The video you're about to see was from like 2 months ago. I'm just recording this little intro because I didn't like the way I started the intro last time. But this is Build a Case, where I talk about a murder mystery or an unsolved case or a solved case or whatever, while building a Lego set that vaguely retains to the topic. So me from 2 months ago is gonna pick it up from here. Bye. This is the, it won't focus, hold on. It's not gonna focus. I'll do it in post. This is the Japan Postcard. It's a vignette of Japan. Set number 40713. It came out this year, 2024, like the start of the year. It has 262 pieces. Very small, but I'm really excited to build this set. Since the set is small, I have a very, very short case to talk about today. We are going to be talking about a case it's in Tokyo. It's in the Kabuki-Cho?
Kabuki-Cho. Kabuki-Cho. One more time. Kabuki.
This district, we're gonna talk about a case called Hostess B. Now, I took time to research a lot of different cases. A lot of them are very popular, like you'll find YouTube videos or, posts about them everywhere. But I just wanted to talk about a case that's like very small that, I personally haven't heard of, and chances are you haven't either. There's not too much to talk about, but I'm gonna go through everything I possibly can with Hostess B. While I was researching this case, I found like 3 YouTube videos and like 2 Reddit posts ever referring to it. But I just did like as much scraping as I can just to get like as much information as possible. There are also multiple cases called Hostess B, and so it was just very hard to really like find a lot on this specific victim. We're gonna open this set now, and then we're gonna build this case, guys, together. I'm gonna open this set and then we're gonna build the case. Okay. All right. I've got my I can't. Oh, it won't focus. Oh, that's embarrassing. It's a brick separator. It's a teal brick separator. Yeah, that's not working. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna use a mechanical pencil. Yeah, that's not working either. I'm gonna use my fingers to take this tape off. Okay, here we go. Very small set, like really small. The set does come with 2 stickers. It's still blurry. I have it on autofocus, guys, and the camera's really far from me. So we got bag 3, bag 4, bag 5, bag 2, bag 1. So 5 bags. That's a lot more than I thought, but I mean, it's not like a bag has a lot of parts in it. We also have a 6th bag of base plates. I think I'm gonna open this first. This is gonna be a very, very nice tiny set. Oh my god, it looks so good, guys. Bruh. It's telling me to dump bags 1 and 2. So this is my first episode and my first video, so things are bound to get better. Anyway, let's get started here. I think it's having me build like the wall first. It's taking all these black parts, putting them together. Okay, so looks like I've got a little bit of railing done. I see the little vignette now. I'm building the floor, but it's sideways. I actually really like this set so far. It's very cute. Okay, granted, guys, I got this as a gift. I don't know what the price is. I think I saw it. I think it's like, well, okay, I lied. I actually don't know how much this set is. I just know it's probably expensive because this is geared toward like adults. It's not a play set. And most of the sets that I have for Build a Case are not play sets. I think this is the smallest set that I have. It probably won't be the smallest set in the series, but this is definitely one of the shorter cases I wanted to talk about. Okay, I'm building up the water so far, it looks like. I have a little part of the bridge. I think it's a perfect time to actually get into this case. So in the heart of Kabuki-Cho, on the night of April 25th, 1981, a love hotel called Coco Palace, a man and a young woman entered room 203. About an hour later, only the man walked out. He left the hotel. The staff took notice, and so they went into the room, and that is where they found the body of the unknown woman. She was violently strangled and... oh, okay. So she was strangled to death with her own pantyhose. Those are like pants for women, like leggings. So most of her clothes, most of her belongings were completely gone. Chances are the guy took them. And later it was found that methamphetamines was inside of her system. Since the full story isn't known, it's not known if she took them willingly or if it was somehow forced into her. Although there were no physical marks on her body saying so. We just know it wasn't injected since there were no injection marks found anywhere on her body. The only things on her physically was her robe, her sandals, earrings, cigarette, and a lighter. Now this case was from a long while ago, and so a lot of details are very unclear. Like her background. She's believed to be of Taiwanese descent, most likely in a rural area, as from all the reports I saw, she had, quote, clean lungs. That doesn't mean like she was smoke free, it just means she wasn't from the city. She also noticeably had bad teeth from smoking, which makes sense because she died with a cigarette and a lighter. Okay, so it looks like I'm pretty much finished with the base layer here. Just got one more little piece. And now I think from here, just build up. I've got this nice red bridge, building the base of it. And it looks like it uses little hot dog pieces as the arches. Okay, now we put these in. So we put little ratchet pieces which holds the hot dogs in the center. All right, there we go. Hot dogs. There we go. Look at that. Nice little... oh, it's really blurry. Come on, focus. God damn it. Focus, please. I dropped like my entire mic setup. Okay, I hope that's where it was. Hope everything's good. Look at that build. Yeah, it's getting blurry. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Wait, it's a little off. Hold on. Next we have this little shrine. Just gonna put this together. And that goes on the corner. Seems right there. Along with this little big lotus flower that goes in the water. Now back to Hostess B. So this all happened in April in 1981, but between March and June of the same year, there were 3 more murder cases just like this. Now Hostess B is one of the 3 murder cases, and she is the only murder case to not be identified. And there are a lot of Japanese cases I find where for privacy reasons, they don't reveal the name or any, identification of the victim just because of the family. But this is one of those cases where, they give as much information as possible and they just have no idea who this person is, as far as I could tell. Looks like next we're gonna build a little tree. Now the murder cases did end, not because the murderer ended. What? Now the murders did end, but it wasn't because the murderer got caught. It was because the would-be 4th victim actually survived, and she was able to give her testimony for what the actual murderer looked like. Oh, look at this. Look at this little tree, guys. You can't see it, whatever. This is actually a really cute set. Using these 2x6 plates, that's actually what we use these stickers on. So I put the sticker onto my brick separator, and then that helps me put the sticker on a lot more confidently. There we go. I actually did really good there. Now for Japan. Guys, if my voice doesn't sound good, it's because I only drink Dr. Pepper. Like right off screen, it's a 2-liter bottle of Dr. Pepper. And that's what I drink. That's like my that's all I drink. Okay guys, so I could put the base plate on, and it says like they're interchangeable. Like if I want the Japanese one, I put on the Japanese one, or if I want English, like I put the English. But I'm just gonna put both and just have them be like side by side. Let's see. Like yeah, that looks really good. Okay, so this is what we got so far. It's cute. It's really cute, guys. Thanks. Good job. Thanks. What? So I did try finding more information on not the other victims, but the one that got away, as Katy Perry would say. The one that got away. You know? Anyway, I couldn't find anything. It was mostly like, I don't think Hostess B really took the spotlight, because I mean, I couldn't find anything on her. But it's just that like these murders happen so often in these love hotels that they just don't get reported on, or it's seen as like normal. And it does have to do with like the area of Japan. Like I wouldn't say it's crime ridden, but it's like, I guess it's a phenomenon. Like if you go to like a motel in America, you know, that's sort of like similar, except Japan, it's like in the city, like it's nicer, you know, for most definitely it's nicer. But yeah, I was doing research on that as well, and that's just how love hotels are. I mean, it's not like super common to get murdered, but it's like no one bats an eye if you see like a murder happen in Japan and find out that like it's in a love hotel. Now, what are love hotels? I actually don't know. Like, you know, somewhat it's in the name, but then again, it's like, it's a hotel. And it's like another thing I don't really get. How did the same guy, because I mean, okay, get this. Here's the description of the guy. He was well dressed, clean, well kept man in his late 20s to early 30s. The man did have glasses on. They were black framed glasses, and I know typically Asian people, like Asian men, or at the very least like back then, I know they were short, okay, but I don't think you'll actually guess how short this guy is. Now I say that and some of you are gonna be thinking like, is he like 4'9"? No, this, you know, late 20 early 30s guy, he's 5'2". Guys, I own 4 cats. If I stacked my cats on top of each other, they're actually gonna be taller than this guy. Like, this guy is short, you know. No wonder he had to strangle women. I don't know where I was getting at. Like, this guy was short, and you know, if I were short, I may also want to bring women into a love hotel in Japan and strangle them out of frustration. It just sucks because like this guy, even though multiple people saw him, he came multiple times, like there were multiple eyewitness reports, he was never caught. Like he was never identified. Not just never caught, they never identified him. Okay, look at that, guys. You can't see it. Okay, we're building it's a little castle. I know Lego has like a bigger version of this castle. I could find cases with this castle, or I mean somewhat relating, maybe like the area or like the time period, but you know, just anything relating to this castle for the larger version of this set. If you guys want, just let me know, and if you don't let me know, I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay, there we go. This set's really coming together. I really like it. Mind you, we haven't even built like the sky yet. Like there's a sky. It's been like an hour. My camera died. My camera was at 40% and then it died, and now it's at 40% again, so hopefully we'll finish the video. I don't know where I was, I don't know what I was talking about. All I remember, this guy murdered because he was 5'2". My cats could beat him in a fight. Anyway, we're building a tree, guys. So I'm actually a huge fan of Lego trees and like the botanical collection. I own like a whole bunch of their sets. Okay, you know, actually this is something I don't like about it. They're having me take 5 of these tiny, no, it's 4 of these tiny leaves, and I have to put flowers into each stud individually. But for me, it's not about like the final result, although the final results are always really good. It's about the journey. You know, that's how it's always been for Lego sets with me. I just always liked building them, and that's sort of why I created this series. It's like while I'm building, I get to, you know, talk about something I find interesting, and at the same time I'm able to share it with you guys. Okay, so it does look like they're making me do this 2 more times. Okay, we're finished up with the tree here. Looks like I place it into here, and boom. Looks like I missed a couple of steps. Yeah, just some of these orange flower pieces. They want me to put it around the set a little bit. Okay, all right. A lot of spare parts here, which it's always nice. Now it's time for the background. So while doing research for this video, I came across a word that I'd never heard of. I've seen it before. I've never heard how it's pronounced because I've never had to say it. I do now, so I looked it up, and it's statutes. Like it's STATUTE, and I looked up how to pronounce it, and it's statutes. And I'm like, well, that doesn't sound right. Like, that doesn't sound like a professional word, but I guess. Anyway, so case, you know, it's all dead. It's all done. Not just the murder, but with the aftermath, one of the biggest uproars with the Hostess B case was with the statute of limitations, and apparently it was like a huge issue in Japan and for like a lot of other Asian countries, which I'd actually heard of, I just never really knew. In 1996, the statutes of limitations caused the case and the entire murder and everything about it to expire. Now what that means is now the murders happened about a decade ago, and so this guy being like, you know, late 20s, early 30s, he's probably like reaching his 50s now. And so chances are he's still alive. It took just about 15 years for the statutes of limitations to get his case completely resolved, essentially. Which means, I mean, the murderer, he got away scot-free. And there's absolutely nothing anyone could do, even if in the future it was proven without a doubt that it was him. Now, I'd actually never heard of this until looking up this case, but after doing more research, it's actually extremely common. A case that I plan to talk about, which is a little more popular, and it's actually a little more sensitive of a case. It's, God, what's it called? It has to do with Hello Kitty. It's very messed up, but it happened in China, I believe, and sort of a similar situation there. Okay, look at this. Almost finished with the mountain background. So back to the case. The statutes of limitations was lifted in 2010, which, I mean, do the math. That's 42 years later. And so, I mean, it was lifted, but chances are that guy's probably dead. And it's crazy that like I know there are cases where, you know, a case runs cold, there's nothing you could do, but then as technology advances, they reopen cases now that, you know, they have better tracking, they have better technology to actually look at evidence that we weren't able to in the past. But this is one of those case scenarios where, I mean, everything was there, and granted, the statute of limitations really didn't do anything because the guy was never caught. But I mean, even as time passes, like, the case ran cold, like, completely. And that's why I wanted to talk about Hostess B. There are a lot of cases like this. I wanted to focus on one in Japan just because I had this Japan Postcard Lego set, which I thought was perfect for a very nice short and sweet episode of Build a Case. I can't promise every episode will be like this. It is very hard to research and find these cases. And I mean, as like true crime and, you know, this type of content grows more and more in YouTube and Netflix and all those communities, it is just a lot harder to find cases that just aren't as popular. So you will find cases that have already been spoken about, but I'll do my best to find cases that aren't super popular, or, you know, maybe a little older, maybe like there's more evidence. Either way, I do my best to be as clean as possible, you know, give as much information, give a very concise beginning and end, and just talking about the repercussions that the certain case does have, along with showing a very cool Lego set. Now I have the two parts here we are going to put together. Okay, look at that, very nice and cute. Put those bad boys together, and there we go. That is a complete set. Let's get this in some better lighting. That is the Japanese postcard, or the Japan Postcard. There it is. It's a very nice little set. It's super vibrant. I mean, I love how jam-packed this set is. Like, it's really fun. Of course, I can't play with it. It's not like I'm gonna put little minifigures in here and, you know, play it around, but it's a very nice light set. I love how some elements just pop off of the postcard itself, so it's very 3D, and there's just so much packed in here, like so many things, and then also like so many colors. Look at that set, guys. That's so nice and cute and cool. But that does conclude today's episode of Build a Case with Hostess B. Now, this is a very small case. The cases we will talk about in the future are likely to be a lot bigger. And as this series grows, I would like to venture into different things, topics, and all around just keeping a chill tone. If there's anything I could add to this series, please just let me know. This is my first video. I'm all about growth, and, you know, I just want to build a community and be able to just talk about a lot of things that I think are very cool, share them with people, have people think I'm cool, and just hang out with you cool people. But that's all from me. You guys have a good night. Bye bye.